Trey?
Yeah. Hey, Adam. Hey, Drew. Love you guys.
Trey, thank you.
Thanks, Trey.
Yeah, I've got a problem. I'm a commercial salvage diver,
Wow.
and I recently suffered decompression illness, the bends.
Ugh.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
that's
We may talk for
20 minutes.
20 minutes. 45. Trey.
Yeah.
Commercial salvage diver.
Yes.
All right, let's hear all about this. First off, the bends, called the bends because you bend over.
Yes,
That's what I like. I like a very simple one. You know where they got their name, Drew?
I didn't know that.
You know where it got started?
The stomach.
Just bend over. Yeah.
Ouch.
It must have been easy before there was all these CAT scans and doctors and cultures and everything. Like, what do we call this one? Well, the guy's attempting to blow himself while he's standing on the edge of the pier. Bend.
He's bent. Bent or bends? Bent? Bends. Bends.
Bend sounds good.
Trey,
could be the squats.
What were the manifestations?
The manifestations, I just completely clamped up. I started feeling tingling in my hands, clamped up, and they took me to the hyperbaric chamber.
So you didn't have any skin reactions or joint reactions or anything like that? Just
joints
just
started
muscle.
Feeling kind of weird, and by the time that happened, I was stabilized.
And you generally do things to avoid this, I imagine?
Always have tried to avoid.
And did you come up too quickly or something, or what happened?
There was an accident. I was doing a saturation dive, where we were down for a very long period of time, in which we were completely saturated with nitrogen. And there was a mix-up when I was getting lifted to the surface, and I came up too fast.
Wow.
Dangerous.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
We were doing some salvaging on an old ship that had a car on it, and so we had to go grab that.
Ooh, I may weave this into my new story. Well, now, hold on a second.
Perfect.
Awesome. We got to keep talking. Now, let me say a few things. First off, here's where they invented the bends is when they were doing, I think, the Brooklyn Bridge, and they were digging caissons, and they had to dig those caissons deep into the bay. Yeah, people were getting the bends not in the water.
Coming up.
They were getting the bends by going into this air chamber, this caisson, and spending too much time down there.
Right.
And then coming up, and everyone was like, people were dying of it all the time. Trey.
Yeah.
All right, I got a lot of diving related questions for you.
No problem.
Before you go, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a story. You like this too. I had a guy that was a recreational diver. He came up and he had sort of red marks over his knuckles, and he had a little bit of discomfort there. It was like it persisted for 2 weeks after he dove. And he said, "What is this?" And we call the diving people. We called everyone we could think of. There's a Long Beach has a special sort of decompression chamber and stuff. Nothing, no big deal. Maybe it's a sea urchin bite or a sting or something. Guy goes down about a month later. He's about 30 feet, dies. Pow.
What was it?
The bends, decompression.
The bends?
Some kind
of
decompression syndrome.
But the knuckle thing was?
Yeah.
Okay. Trey?
Yeah.
We'll see you in hell, is what Drew's saying.
I know, I get that a lot.
But now, how deep were you on this dive? We were trying to salvage this car.
We were at 90 feet.
And what kind of ship crashed that had the car on it?
It was some old yacht, actually. They were trying to bring this car over to one of the San Juan Islands. They were. This rich guy was doing that, and it sunk.
And what kind of car was it?
A Ford.
Old? That's boring.
Old
I thought
Ford,
it was going to be a Duesenberg or something.
Yeah.
What year was the Ford?
67, actually.
What?
Well,
I don't know why he was doing this.
Don't you guys have a recycler where you are?
Well,
you pick one of those for $3,500. Okay, so he found so you went down to get the 67
there's
Ford.
woven into the seats.
Yeah, there had to be some.
Sure.
And how long was the car underwater?
It had been underwater, we think, for 2 years. By the time
2
we
years.
located the ship.
And how bad a shape is a car? I know it depends where it is and how cold the water is on, but 2 years, I don't know, can you bring it back to surface and work on it and get it, restore it?
You couldn't restore it, but it's pretty good scrap money, and you can sell the pieces pretty nicely.
Something's missing.
How do you get it to the surface?
We use these big lift bags that we hook up, and if we have to take up piecemeal, that's what we do.
And you take the lift bags, fill them with air, and then float it up?
Hook them up and let her rip.
And they'll float a car to the top?
Yeah, if they're big enough.
And then how do you get them out? And then you just hoist?
We have hoists on the back of ships that we use to lift them up and take them back.
Now, what else? What's the coolest thing you've salvaged?
Coolest thing I salvaged was this ancient old Buick from the 30s. It actually restored perfectly.
No, you do car, lots of cars, lots of
cars,
ocean.
Actually, we get
What?
a lot.
You do a lot of
A
cars.
lot of cars.
You did an old Buick?
Yeah, it was so cool.
And how long had the Buick been underwater?
It had been underwater easily 40 years.
Hold on, I got to talk to Drew.
What?
Well, now, how come the Caddy that was from 67 had only been under the water for 2 years, but just good for parting the thing out?
The Ford. It was a Ford.
Sorry, the Ford. For 2 years.
But the Buick was...
The Buick's been under for like 40 years, but it restored perfectly.
Colder water? I don't know.
Well, maybe the Ford wasn't worth the restoration.
Right. The Fairlane.
Trey.
Yeah.
Why, and wasn't the Buick covered in like barnacles and stuff? Was it a mess?
Actually, it wasn't, because it was still in really good packing. It was
wow.
one of those Connex containers, and it was really wrapped up tight, and so it was okay.
Wow.
Oof. What kind of Ford did you pull up? What kind of car was it?
I actually don't know what kind it was, because we just scrapped it.
All right.
And, wow, there's money here.
Well, let him ask his question.
All right. What's the deepest you've ever been?
Deepest I ever been, officially or unofficially?
Unofficially.
Unofficially. Deepest I ever went was 180 feet unofficially.
Oof.
Wow. Crazy. You know what's crazy? It's those free divers.
Oh, God, those guys are insane.
They go down like 300 feet?
Oh,
Doing what?
I think I heard 400 feet once, but I'm not.
Doing what?
They hold their breath and go down 350 feet. Chicks. Hot chicks.
What do they do down there?
They set records.
Go down and come back up.
They do down there. They do welding on oil derricks. What do you mean they do down there? They come back up again.
Wow.
They go all the way. If you Chris, punch up free diving on that computer.
Okay.
This time tomorrow, we're going to have an answer for you people.
I used to free dive halibut, and we'd go 30 feet. And that was a huge deal. I mean,
the record's probably into the close to 300 feet. Okay. So what's Trey's problem?
My problem is I cannot get an erection now.
Since the bends?
Since the bends, I have been unable to get an erection.
How long ago was the bends?
The bends was 7 days ago.
And what else? You got a congested sinus infection or something also?
Yeah, I've been coughing and stuff, and I've been having congestion pretty bad.
Are you taking something for that?
Just stuff for the symptoms, but...
Like what?
Just a little bit of Robitussin and some codeine-laced stuff.
Well, codeine, that's it. No erections. There you
Really?
go. Yeah.
No boner with the codeine?
No boner with the codeine.
Bet I could get one.
So that's why he's not having erections. It's probably not to do with the bends.
All right.
But it'd be interesting if it were, because the bends can cause actually tissue damage, and so you might want to kind of check that out if it persists after you get off the codeine.
You know what my dream is? My dream is to be underwater and
breathe.
No, not dream. I'm fantasy. I want an excuse to look at a watch underwater. There's nothing cooler. Even when you're in a pool. You ever jump in a pool and you look at your watch and you're underwater? Now, here's what I want to be. I want to be like in the ocean. I want to be kind of deep, and I want to do that thing where I point at my watch to you. You know, I do this thing. I do like 2, and I do like that, and I point at the watch, and you do, and I set the thing. And I also want to have a knife in my mouth at some point.
But that when you're free, you have a regulator in your mouth when you're diving. You can't have.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. The point is just, Drew, just to point at your watch and to really mean it. Like you have to look at it underwater. You think you'll ever be in that situation?
I used to do a lot of diving and stuff.
Scuba diving?
Yeah, I used to do the free dive friend with scuba diving, and he'd always be going, he'd telling me how long he's got.
Pointing at the watch.
Yeah.
But you didn't point at your watch.
He pointed his pressure gauge. He'd point at the pressure gauge.
No, you need to point at your watch.
Yeah, so.
You need a big, hefty, big, thick rubber band on it, and you point at it. Look at this. But you don't say anything because, you know.
No, you know. It's just a type.
Wow. Drew going after halibut.
Yeah, I used to be halibut.
Free driving.
Yeah.
Free diving.
Good.
What'd you hit him with, a spear?
Huh?
How big? What's the biggest one you ever got?
Probably about 12 pounds. Not
12
big
pounds.
ones. There were some big ones out there occasionally. But
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's true. Passionate man.
Hey, speaking of which, I have a quick request from our listeners.
Hurry.
Again, for Discovery Health Channel, we're looking for people to be on that show, looking for people who have sort of sexual hang-ups because of germs. They're afraid to have oral sex, a French kiss, that kind of thing. And people who are fearful of letting their spouse or partner see them naked.
All right, Chris, what's the record for free diving?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, Adam, please.
How is it? How can Chris be doing what I told him to do the second time I ask him every time? Like if I say, here's the thing. What's the date today? The 15th?
Yeah.
It was January 15th. If I said to Chris, I need you to look this up and be January 15th. If I came back 4 years later and said, well, what's the answer to that question? He'd say, hold on, let me get that.
It's the 16th.
I'm getting to it.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
400 feet, engineer Anderson says.
That's nuts.
400 feet. And you know what? Chicks do it.
Tanya Streeter does it.
There you go.
122 meters is what it was.
122 meters. Wow. 400 feet. And by the way, anyone's ever been out in the ocean, look down and saw what 60 feet looks like, you'd go out of your mind.
You can't see the bottom. You just get 60 feet.
Yeah, 400.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Hold your breath.
3 minutes, 38 seconds.
Wow.
Her heartbeat was yours, Corolla. It was like 60 beats a minute.
They go down on a sled. They go down, it pulls them down. Then when they get to the bottom, pow, they pull this, nitrogen cartridge or something in a balloon thing, and it shoots them back up again. But you're still going down 400 feet. And there's a great story about this really hot, like 20-something-year-old chick. Yeah. I mean it.
She exploded?
Set the record. Had this, like a husband who free dove. Went down. He was going for they were going for the record, but it wasn't like sanctioned right. He screwed up the balloon thing. Boom, went down. Thing didn't go.
Uh-oh, so how's that?
Couldn't get back up.
Ugh.
Died. Ugh. Yeah, bad times. Good-looking chick, long hair. And
she was the one that died?
She was the one who died. Yeah, and then they were going after him because they said you didn't set it right, that was murder. It was crazy.
God.
Someone's going to make a movie out of this. All right, should we take a break, Drew?
Please.
400 feet, everybody. It's like a 35-story building, just straight down on a cable.
There's a movie called The Big Blue that's all about that. It's a French film. It's very good.
Yeah, I saw it. But it was, I think it's about 10, 14 years old. Drew, I get around.
I know
Bucko.
that.
Let's take a quick break. Did you find it, Chris? How many feet, buddy?
400 feet.
Oh,
400 feet.
Excellent.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Drew, who do we talk to? Why does her vagina stink? Yeah, that's Savannah after this.